Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. I'm Lexzur. I'm the training manager here at Lexzur. We have also with us Caroline Mirawet, the content manager. We're excited to walk you through the latest update to Lexzur and how they will help improve the day-to-day tasks.
Hi everyone. So we've got an informative session lined up for you today, where we'll be going over the key features that have been recently added in Lexzur. And here's a quick overview of what we'll be covering today. So first of all, we'll go over the new and revamped menu bar, then the task approval process and the task management at the level of the client portal. We will also cover the service quality ratings feature, also the enhanced features at the level of email system, sharing filters with teams, also some features at the level of the billing module like importing data, custom fields, and more. And finally, we'll go over the new Lexzur AI tool.
And for sure, we will wrap up with the Q&A session, so feel free to ask all your questions if there's any in the Q&A chat. Now Caroline will be sharing the screen and we'll start with our first topic for today.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so first of all, let's start by showing you or what's the new menu or the revamped menu. So we've completely revamped the navigation menu, so now it's more intuitive and user-friendly. As you can see, each module has a dedicated menu like core, contra, reports, entity management, etc. So you can choose the module that you need, and the number of tabs that will appear on the screen are reduced. So you choose basically you can choose what are the tabs that you need to show or hide, making navigation easier and less complex.
So exactly, so we've streamlined the layout to help you get what you need faster. So let me show you how it works. So begin first of all by clicking on the main menu here on the dots. And if you'd like, first of all, from the main menu, if you'd like to access or focus on the legal practice management, such as handling litigation cases, corporate matters, and related tasks, you just need to click on the Lexzur core. So by clicking on the Lexzur core, you'll be redirected, as you can see here, to access only the litigation cases, corporate matters, tasks, and matter containers. If you'd like now to access only all the tasks associated with contracts, including the drafting, managing, and utilizing clauses and templates, and all the approval and signature centered, you just need to go and click on the contra. And as you can see here, we just now have the menu, which is related to the contract lifecycle management, where I can now access all the contracts and documents, the awaiting approval and the awaiting signature, and for sure all the clauses and templates. Additionally, you have the option to access the billing module. So if you'd like to access the billing module, automatically from the billing, you'll be redirected to the menu, including all the sales, the purchases, the accounting, and the billing reports if needed.
Additionally, you can also access anything related to the reports. So in a separate way, if you want to access the reports, generate reports, build your own report, and of course, have a 360-degree view of your team's performance via the dashboards, you can access this separately via the reports module. Also, for task management, it's now accessible in a separate module. All the tasks, your own tasks requested by you, any other tabs that are just related to task management, including also the task board, will be available in this module. For time management, so if you will be only working on time tracking, all the time entries, recording time using logging time manually or using a timer or managing the time in general, you can access it separately from Lexzur time module. In addition, of course, to the entity management. So if you would like to manage anything related to the contacts, building your own database, the personalized database of companies and persons with all the related details and document, and your own document management system as well. So all this can be accessed separately. Also, if you want to access the marketplace to get more apps, the iDocs, the calendar is also accessed in a separate way. And finally, all the matters that are related to the intellectual property matters are now all listed under a separate module, which is the intellectual property.
Great. So next, let's talk now about the task approval. So we've introduced a task approval process to ensure that every important task get the necessary review. So you can now assign approvers, and then they can manage everything from the approval center. So they will get notified by email that they should approve the task, and they can approve it automatically from the system. So to be able to access this specific feature, you just need, first of all, as an administrator, for sure, to go through the system settings of the application. So from your avatar, just click on the system settings. You'll be redirected, as you can see here, to a page where you can configure the system. To enable this feature, you just need, I've already enabled this on my instance, but you just need to go through the setup and configuration under the system preferences section. And now under the default values in the tabs here, you can search by task. As you can see here, we have the task approvals. So this is set already to yes. You just need to enable this to set the default value to yes, and then click on save. Whenever you enable it, if you go back now to the system settings of the application, you will have under the tasks module a new feature, as you can see here, called Approval Center, where you can now configure the Approval Center based on specific conditions. So let me do an example. If I click now on the add, as you can see here, you just need to specify, first of all, the name of the Approval Center. So if this is a client meeting, if this is an important, urgent meeting based on specific criteria or based on specific type or a priority, let's say all the critical tasks. So I would like to add this approval center to my system. As you can see here under the conditions, you just need to specify the condition field, if this is related here to the type or if this is related to the priority. And then the operator, if this is equal or not equal. Let's see here, if the priority is equal to critical, I would like by default to add approvers inside my system. Of course, you can add more than one criteria if needed. So under the select approvers, I can specify either users from the main system or collaborators from the client portal if you have already purchased collaborator license. So now let's say I would like, first of all, Carolina to receive an email notification. Then the next approval to receive the email notification is James, as an example. As well, you have the option to set the approval label. So the first approval here, Carolina, which is the head of legal, as an example, should approve this task. And the second approval is a legal expert. Whenever you're done from adding all the approvers, you have also the option to set an approval order. So by just clicking here on the checkbox, as you can see here, it will go first to Carolina, then the second approval should be James. So we've set here the condition that whenever you add any task with the priority critical, those are the approvals. Now, whenever I click on save, as you can see here, we have been already added the approval center. And now if I create a new task inside my system, let's say this is translation. I can now specify here the task type. And I will set now the priority. Of course, I would like to assign it, let's say, to Alice. And the priority is critical. Of course, you can add all the details, and now whenever you click on save, the task has been already created in the system. If I go through the tasks module, if I click on the requested by me tasks, as you can see here, I have now a new task created called translation, and we have now the option to approve the contract. So this is awaiting for approval for Carolina. Now, Carolina will receive an email notification. This has been already received in the email, as you can see here, that the task has been added and assigned to Carolina. And as you can see here, another email received that the task is awaiting for her approval. So now Carolina, as a user, can go through the system and can approve the contract. So my name is Carolina inside the system. I can automatically from the task or from the email received, I can approve or reject the contract automatically from there. I can add my comments as well. And whenever I click on submit, it will go through the next approval, which is James. So now James will receive an email notification to approve the task as well. So in this way, you will have the approval center at the level of the task. It can be, if you've already added as well, an automation of tasks in your system.
Great. In addition to what you've said, Elise, also the task management is also available at the client portal level. So we've introduced this for the client portal users. They can now easily create their own tasks, assign tasks to themselves or to other core users, and work on the tasks in the similar way, but from the client portal. So again, if you want to, anything that should be enabled or anything that you want to use at the level of the client portal, it should be enabled by the administrator from the system settings. So for the task management, also you can find it under the setup and configuration. If I go now to the client portal tab, you will find here the show task management, which allows the client portal users now to use the task in the same way. So it's now enabled in my instance. I will show you an example how this will appear at the client portal level. And just as a note for those who don't know, the client portal is a separate portal where you can, we as a legal team here, for example, or the contract team can communicate and collaborate via this portal with our clients or requesters. So I will open the client portal now. Okay, so this is how it will look like. And in addition to the matters and contracts, so if I'm following up on my matters and contract request that was sent to the legal team, I can now also manage the tasks related to me. So a task tab will now be available at the level of the client portal. And as you can see here, I can track my tasks, the tasks that are assigned to me as a client portal user, all the tasks or the tasks that was requested by me. And of course, you have here the option to filter. It could be based on the workflow status. So I need to see here all the tasks based on a specific workflow, the tasks that are done, approved, executed, etc., pending. Or I can also open the filters, which allows me to search on for a specific task based on any field at the level of the task. Like it could be a related matter, assigned to someone, for example, created by someone, a specific date, etc. And of course, once you search for the tasks that you need, you have the option to export the list to get a report from all the tasks at the level of the client portal from the export button here. So let's do an example. We'll create now a new task. Okay, and you can notice now that it's similar to the task created inside the system. So first choose the title. If it's, for example, let's say it's, I will keep this one to do, for example. Of course, choose the type. And is it assigned to someone from the client portal or a core user? So if it's someone from the client portal, you can choose here the client portal user or a core user. For example, here I can assign it in the same way as Elise did. So I can assign it to James, Alice, etc. Anyone from the legal team or the end users who are using Lexzur's main system. So let's say if it's, let me assign this one to Carolina, for example. Also, what's the priority, the due date, all these are mandatory fields. And in addition to who requested this task, is it requested by someone from the client portal, which is Julia here, I'm using Julia's account, or someone from core. And also, if you want to relate this to a matter or a contract. And note here that you have only access to the contracts or matters that are shared with you, not all the matters and contract requests. That's it, I will save it. A new task will be added. Of course, you can access this task from the client portal page as it's here. So from the task tab, you just click on the task ID to open it. You have access to some of the details, the general info, who are the people, the dates, if you want to set any, add any description, uploading attachments. So it's the same as the task page inside the system. In addition to, if you want to work on this task, if you want to add a subtask or checklist, you can do so from here, adding comments to the core users or client portal users, etc. And one more thing to add here is that if any task is it's awaiting your approval, so if it's the same here, if the task is awaiting your approval as a collaborator, it will also show here for you to approve, but you should be a collaborator and having a collaborator license. I will go back here now to the main system to show you how this task will be visible there. So it's the same as any other task in the system. I can access the tasks that are assigned to me. I will be notified by email in the same way. And this is it, the task that was sent from the client portal. You can find it under My Tasks, for example, or All the Tasks. And you can distinguish it from any other task in the system by this green line here, which means that this was sent from the client portal by any client portal user. So this is it here. Okay, I can now work on this task, update it, for example, so I can update the client portal, the requester of this task. So I'm now working on it. I can add any other details, add approvers, etc.
Great. One of the other feature we're really excited about it in the new service, in the new release, the service quality rating system. It will allow your clients or the requesters from the client portal to rate the legal service provided by the legal team and to send their feedback. So to use this feature, for sure, this should be enabled as well from the system settings of the application. Same as we did before, you should go through the system settings, and then whenever you enable it, it will appear automatically for the client portal users. So if I go now through the client portal, if I open any of the requests, can be matters, cases, or contracts. So let's say we'll go through the contracts here, all contracts. I just need to specify, let's say, this NDA. Now this is not enabled in your in our.
Yeah, choose a matter. Yes, yeah.
Okay, so as you can see here, you have the option, as you can see here, to rate the service related to the matter. And you can rate, or the scale is 1 to 5, and you can provide additional review in the text box. So let's say you would like to add feedback for a good service, including, or I would like to update the review. This has been already added before. So I can update the review automatically from there. Or if this is not already added, let's say I will go through another one. I can specify, as you can see here, and I can add a review. Very good service. Whenever you're done from adding your comment, as you can see here, you can submit, and for sure the legal team or the one that you've already configured in the notification scheme will receive an email notification that a new feedback has been added by the client portal user or by the requester, which is Julia, and the legal team now can access the specific feedback. Now, if you'd like to access the feedback automatically from the main system, you can go through the same matter here, which is the matter number 138. If I go through the main system now, if I search by the matter, I can now automatically from the main system access the review added by the client portal. Additionally, other than the review, I have the option, if I am one of the administrator, to access the dashboards that are related to the specific feature. So now if you go through the reports, you have two options under the dashboard. You can access the widgets that are related to the document dashboard, which is related to the contracts and documents, and the management dashboard. So let me show you an example. Under the document dashboard now, if I scroll down, of course, I can access the list of widgets that are available under the document dashboard, and I have specific widgets related to the rating, as you can see. So I have, first of all, the rating per assignee, where I can access the rating per assignee automatically from there. So as you can see here, I have one rating which is assigned to Alice. I can access the rating per assigned team. I can access the ratings per request type as well. And for each widget that are available here in the document dashboard, you have the option to filter by specific date, by specific request type on the specific widget. And if you'd like to add more widgets, you have the option to do so.
Great, very important feature, Elise. Now we'll move to the email system. So we have some improvements at the level of the email engine. As you know, we can send emails within Lexzur from any module, including if it's inside a corporate matter, litigation case, invoices, etc. So I will take any example here. So for example, let's say this corporate matter. So once you open the matter, we have the emails tab here. Now what's improved here is that you can easily reply, forward, or you can easily deal with these messages here or emails in an easy way. So if you want to reply, forward this message directly from here using Lexzur, or if you want to save any emails as a draft. So let's say I will compose a new email. Of course, we have the option to choose templates, so which is a predefined template that can specify the content of your email. So let's say I will be sending this to Alice, for example. Okay, and of course, one note here is that the first time you access this, it's linked to it should be integrated to your own email. So whether you are using Gmail or Office 365, you have the option to log in using your own account. So the email that will be sent from here will be sent from your email. I choose the template, for example. This is the email that I want to send. If you want to attach any files, it's now also directing you to the attachment tab, the related attachment tab, which is the matter in this case. Once you choose the file that you want to attach, for example, you have the option to preview it before sending any email. So if you click here, I have the option to preview the file that I want to attach in the email. Okay, and of course, I can save this as a draft for later. So for example, I prepare my email. I want to save it as a draft. We now have two tabs at the level of the emails, the inbox, your emails and the drafts. Okay, so I can send it again at any time from here.
Great. Another useful tool is the ability to share filters with specific teams or user in the system. So it will help ensure that the right people have access to the right information. So now let me show you how you can share the save filter in the Lexzur. It can be related to any grid. It can be related to companies, to persons, to matters, to litigation cases, to contracts, any module. So now if you go through, let's say, the litigation cases, As an example, as you can see here, these are the quick filters. You have the option to create as many filters as needed. So let's say would like to filter by a specific, let's say, assignee user. So all the litigation cases that are assigned to Alice. So I can now save the filter under a specific name, which is, as you can see here, cases assigned to Alice. And now, as you can see here, this is the new option. You can specify if this is visible to only me, to everyone in the system, to a specified list of users, to a specific assigned team, or to a specific user group. So let's say here, I'd like only the administrator, the user group, which is administrator, to access the specific filter. So you can specify here the user group and the user group administrator, and then click on save. This is a very important feature for the shared filters.
Great. Now we will move to the billing module. So at the level of the billing module, we've added a new feature of importing data. So now we are able to import data related to expenses or journals. So I will open the billing module. And then under configuration, from the billing settings, you will find here a new section in the settings, which is the importing for importing data, including expenses or journals. So it's in the same way. Once you choose the type that you want to import, we have a template. So the system will allow you to download this template. It's an Excel file that you must fill out with all the necessary details. And of course, to allow you fill out this Excel file properly, you can view the template notes here. So if you click on the template notes, it will show you all the fields in this Excel file and what are the mandatory fields and what each field refers to. So for example, it's important to specify the expense category, account method, etc. And in the next step, you have to upload the expense list, to upload the file that you filled out. I will do an example. Let's say I'll choose this one, for example, and I submit. Okay, so here the system will show me if all the records, if you filled out the Excel file properly, it will add all the records successfully. And if any problem was encountered, so for example, I've missed a mandatory field or anything else, it will show you that this record was not uploaded. So these are the records that were uploaded successfully. I can check the expenses. It will be added to the expenses list, of course. And the records that are not uploaded, you can download this corrected data. So it will show you the line in Excel, the fields that were not, or the records that were not added.
Great. So at the level also of the billing module, we have introduced a new feature where you can now add custom fields related to the bills. So under the money section, if you click on the custom fields now, you will be able to create custom fields related to the invoices and to the bills. So by just one click, as you can see here, these are the list of custom fields related to the invoices. If you'd like to add more custom fields, you have the option to do so. As you can see also, you can filter by specific title, by specific type, entity, or maybe you'd like to specify the columns that should appear on the grid here. And the same for the bills. So I can create custom fields related to the bill. So, and whenever you create the custom field, you just need to specify the type of the custom field. The name first, and then the type of the custom field, if this is a single text, if this is a date, if this is a date and time, etc. And if this is visible for all the entities, if you have more than one entity, or specific entities if needed. And also you can specify if this is a required field to be filled in by the users or not. So this is at the level of the custom fields in the billing module.
Yes, we also have a small improvement at the level of the invoices, Elias, and I would also like to add on what you've said, so where these custom fields can be also filled out later on. So you can find it, of course, at the level of the bill or at the level of the invoice. So I will show it to you at the invoice level, for example. Okay, like this one here. So of course you can edit it whenever needed, or you can fill it out while creating the invoice or the bill. Now moving to the payments. So at the level of the payments tab, all the payments related to that invoice can also be exported now. Other than exporting to Word, you can now export it to PDF. So for documentation purposes, you can now export it to PDF so you can keep accurate records.
Great. Another exciting feature is the ability to configure and reorder the company tabs. So if you'd like to reorder the company tabs in the system, you just need first to go through the system settings of the application. And now under the companies section, you have a section called tabs configuration. So these are all the tabs that are related to the company's module. And now you can drag and drop tabs to reorder them. Let's say you would like to have the board member first. You'd like to have the general information here. So you can reorder the company tabs, and of course it will reflect whenever you open any company in your system.
Great. And last but not least, we'll go over the Lexzur AI module, which is a new tool that has been recently introduced. It's available at the level of all the modules. So you will find it in Core, Contra, 360 Docs, add-ons, Advisor Portal, mobile app, etc. Of course, once you get it, you have to purchase it first. You can configure where you want to apply this, where the AI functionality will be applied. So an administrator can configure this. So you just want to see it at the level of the Core, Contra, or any other modules. And how to access it or where you can use it. It's available at the level of any text box inside. For example, if you open any matter or any case, you will find the AI tools at the level of the description, important developments, status comments, and you can also find it at the level of the notes. So it's the same for Core and Contra. You can find it in description or the notes. I will show you an example. Let's say here, let's say we have this description and you want to use the AI tool. So we have two options here, either translate with AI or summarize with AI. So if you choose translate, so it will show you, it's by default takes the language that you've chosen inside the instance, which is English in this case. And of course, you can choose any other languages if needed. Once this is translated, you can either replace the original text inside the description box, which is the example here, or you can copy it. Same for summarizing with AI. So it will give you it will shorten the text that's available here. So it will give you a summary of this. You can also replace it or copy it. Other than that, you can also find this, as I said before, at the level of the notes. So it's very important. This is very important at the level also of the client portal and the advisor portal. So if you are communicating with any external advisor or clients or any other requesters, and you want to send comments for them, so they can translate these comments using AI with any language that they prefer. So it makes the communication easier. Also at the level of the attachments, you can find it on the attachments, on any attachments tab. So if you choose any document, let's say this one, you have the option here to use Lexzur AI as well, either for translating or summarizing with AI. And in both cases, it will show you this, the document that you have, the main document, and the translated document or the summary in this way, in a comparison way. For example, if it's translating or if it's summarizing a document, you have here the option to change, for example, translate the summarized, this text, re-summarize it, copy it, and of course you have the option to save it as PDF or Word to Lexzur document as a new copy inside Lexzur documents.
Very important tool. Thank you, Caroline. So now let's cover all the new features that we want to show you today. Now I'd like to open the floor for any questions you may have. Please feel free to ask your questions.
Yeah, of course. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the Q&A box, and we are ready to answer them all.
While we're waiting for your questions, just a quick reminder that you can automatically from our website, we have weekly online training sessions. You can go to our website and register to those sessions. We have 4 topics now. Also, you have the option automatically from the main system if you'd like to request, you have any question or you'd like to add an improvement, suggest an improvement to our team, ask, you may have any question, you have the option to do so automatically from the system or automatically from our chat tool. So we have a chat tool inside the system. You can conversate with one of our live agents. So our support team is always available to support you. I think, Caroline, we do not have any question for today's webinar.
I think we have one.
Can you please be more specific, Mousse, because the question is not very straightforward. What do you mean by financial statement prepaid? Yeah, we have financial statement reports inside the billing module. We have different reports available. You can access them automatically from the billing module. We have aging reports, we have account statement, all the financial reports are there. Any other questions? We will wait 2 more minutes, Caroline. I think, I don't know if we just, okay, we just received an answer.
Let me show you where you can find this. Let's see. So if you access the billing module, here from the navigation menu, you will find the reports in a separate tab. Okay, so you just choose the report that you need under expenses, accounts, accounts payable, statement, etc.
We have also the option, we have a documentation center, so you can access it from the footer of the application by just 1 click. You'll be redirected to our documentation center, user guides for all the modules that are available in our system, with screenshots, and for sure we have our YouTube channel if you'd like to access additional videos as well. I think that's it for today's webinar. Thank you, Caroline, for this webinar.
Thanks, Elise. Thanks all.
Thank you all for attending, and see you in the next webinars.
Bye.
Bye.